When it comes to the popular history of nomadic groups, tribes and super tribes, like Huns and Mongols, have had their fair share of coverage in various mediums, ranging from literary sources to even movies. However, hundreds of years before the emergence of mixed Huns, Turkic and Mongolic groups, the Eurasian steppes were dominated by an ancient Iranic people of horse-riding nomadic pastoralists. Welcome to the Scythian warriors. But before we continue, please hit that bell and subscribe and let us know what else you would like to see here on Exploration X. These horse lords dwelt on a wide swath of the landmass known as Scythia since antiquity. Epitomizing the very dynamic scope of the nomadic lifestyle, covering an impressive spectrum from workmanship to warfare, they were thus known as the Scythians, the master horsemen and archers of the Iron Age. While the Scythian Age only corresponded to the period between the 7th century to 3rd century BC, the remarkable impression left behind by these warrior people was evident from the historic designation of most of Eurasian steppes as Scythia, or Greater Scythia, even thousands years after the rise and decline of the nomadic group. Now a part of this legacy had to do with the incredible military campaigns conducted by the Scythians from the very beginning of their brush with the global stage. In fact, even during their earlier ascendancy, the Scythian warrior society was audacious enough to go into war with the sole superpower of the Mesopotamian region, Assyria. Now, while Assyrian sources mostly keep mum about some of the presumed Scythian victories over them, it is known that one particular Assyrian monarch, Esarhaddon, was so desperate to secure peace with these Eurasian nomads that he even offered his daughter in marriage to the Scythian king Parthachua. For the effect of Scythian invasions on the realms of the Middle East, a biblical prophet summed up the baleful nature of the ferocious horse lords from the north.
They are always courageous, and their quivers like open grave. They will eat your harvest and bread, they will eat your sons and daughters, they will eat your sheep and oxen, they will eat your grapes and figs.
Oddly enough, while the socio-political effects of the Scythian incursions in the Middle East can be comprehended to some degree from contemporary, or near-contemporary, sources, historians are still mystified by the logistical and organizational capacity of the military of these nomads from the distant steppes. But it can be hypothesized that, like most nomadic societies, the majority of the adult population was liable for military service, including some of the younger women or Amazons. Now the tactical advantage of such a scope translated to how the bulk of the early Scythians had mounted warriors, mostly lightly armored with leather jackets and rudimentary headgear. Carrying weapons such as arrows, javelins, and even darts, the hardiness, mobility, and unorthodox fighting methods espoused by these throngs of horsemen seemingly countered the more sedentary battle tactics of the wealthy Mesopotamian civilizations. Furthermore, the light troops were backed up by a core force of heavily armored shock cavalry that was usually commanded by the local princes, and they took to the battlefield for the killing blow after the perplexed enemy was both softened by the projectiles and harassed by zigzag maneuvers. Thanks for watching.